Hello friends, I just wanted to jump on here real quick before the first clip of this video to apologize for the film quality of the video. I did not realize until I was editing this video how much I was bouncing the camera around. I normally try to be more mindful of that, and I guess I was just so into talking to you guys, and I was probably, sometimes I use my hands when I talk, talk with my hands. And that's the only thing I can think is that I was trying to talk with my hand and I bounced the camera around, and I really wanted to apologize for that, but I didn't want to just delete this part of the video because it's kind of a chit chat kind of update type video. So if the bouncing around bugs you, just look away and listen. That's all I can tell you to do, but I apologize, and I will try very hard next time not to bounce the camera so much. Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, and it is hot. Very, very hot. I think most everyone, unless you live on the coasts, are suffering from what they call the heat dome, and it's awful. Today and tomorrow are supposed to be the worst, and then it's supposed to cool off again, and I'll be so thankful when it does. I went out early this morning and did my chores, and it wasn't even like the temperature wasn't even that bad. It was not even 70. It was like 68 when I went out, but the humidity was horrible. And I was like literally drenching in sweat by the time I got done and came back in the house. And so I sat in front of the air conditioner for a while, and I went ahead and did my exercises. I like to walk. I just walk my living room, like a half circle one way, half circle back the other way. I have YouTube playing on the TV, and it's right in front of the air conditioner. And I've tried doing the treadmill, and it is so boring. Even if a podcast or something on my phone is just so boring, and I don't like it at all, and I feel like unsteady, like I'm gonna fall off of this stupid thing. So no, treadmills aren't for me, and obviously it's too disgusting outside to walk. Plus I found, because of everything with my back and everything, even just walking my driveway, the ground is just so uneven that I feel like I'm jarring myself too much. So I just exercise in my living room. I walk my living room. And so that, kind of tells you if you don't think you can exercise, you still can. And I really enjoy walking my living room, so that's what I do. So I did that this morning, and then I've had my cup of tea. It's already after 11 o'clock. So I had a shower, as you see, and I'm going to get kind of ready for the day, and I don't know what I'm going to do today. Honestly, I just feel like sitting on the sofa and watching YouTube all day long because it's just so miserable outside. We're not going to do anything outside. I picked cucumbers and tomatoes yesterday because it wasn't so bad yesterday, and I have a fan set up in the coop, in the chicken coop, for the chickens and for the kittens. The kittens, oh my goodness, the kittens are very adventurous. The last couple of days, they have discovered the outdoors, and so they've been going out into the fenced-in chicken yard, which was fine. But then last night when I went to do evening chores, 2 of the kittens were outside of the chicken yard fence. One of the kittens was still inside. They were all like just right there. And Chicken Cat, the mama, was there with them. But yeah, I have 2 people lined up. I think I shared this in my grocery haul, to take the kittens. One of the families, the kitten is going to be an indoor cat. The other family, the kittens are going to be barn cats. So I'm just a little bit nervous because the kittens are about 7 weeks old. And I'm just really nervous to send little 7-week-old kittens to a family that's just going to put them out in the barn. The one that's going to take it, and it's going to be a house cat. I mean, I wouldn't care if she came today and got the kitten, but I'm just really concerned about the other two. And so I'm kind of holding off. I think the next week I'm going to have the lady that wants the house cat come get her kitten. And then the other two kittens I'm going to keep with the mama cat until after Labor Day, I think. Unless they start getting like where they're roaming farther and farther away from the chicken coop, and then I'm going to be afraid I can't catch them when the time comes. So I don't know. These kittens have given me so much anxiety. I have been worrying and fretting over these kittens since they were born, and I'm ready for them to go to new homes, but I want them to be good homes that will make sure that they're safe and well cared for. So, and I can't wait to get Chicken Cat in to be spayed. I've been trying to get a hold of this low-cost spay and neuter place, and we've been kind of playing phone tag, so I'm hoping I can get a hold of them. Push comes to shove, I will take her to my regular vet. Problem with that, it'll end up costing us probably $300, which, as you know, we can't afford any more vet bills. But I would rather do that than end up with more kittens. So she has to be spayed as soon as those kittens go, because she'll go back into heat, and we will be in this same boat again, and I do not want that. Do not. So I keep kicking myself. It's like, Cheryl, that's what you get for feeding a stray cat. But you know what? I'd still be in this boat even if she was still feral, because she still would have had kittens, and she still would have had them in the chicken coop, and I would have still been dealing with it. So anyway, that's the cat saga. I think today mainly I'm going to do some cleaning. I need to clean my shower. How many of you hate cleaning your shower? I think that is my least favorite cleaning job. I dread it the most, but it needs to be done. Scott gave it a really good thorough cleaning about a month ago. I mean, he got it back looking almost brand new again. And so I want to keep it that way. So today's cleaning is just basically to keep it at that level and not let it get really bad again. But I still dread it. Ugh. So I want to do that. I've got a ton of cucumbers in there. I think I'm going to try doing some refrigerator pickles today, because we have more than I'm going to be able to eat fresh. So I want to do that. I want to do some other little puttering around in the kitchen jobs. And then I think this afternoon, Olivia and I are going to go to the local little ice cream shop. They have a dairy-free ice cream that Olivia has been wanting to try, and school started again, and so they're shortening their hours, and this might be our last opportunity to go. And no, it's not low carb, and I'm going to eat it anyway, and I'm going to enjoy it, because this is a lifestyle. This weight loss journey of mine is a lifestyle. It is not a diet. And sometimes in your life you eat dessert. And so that's what I'm going to do today. But anyway, let me go ahead, and I think I'm just going to get that shower cleaned out first, get that done, so I don't have to think about it anymore. So let's go clean a shower. Here's the state of the shower. It's not too bad. It's a little bit, you can see, I hate the texture of this floor. I know it's so you don't slip and fall, but it just holds and traps the dirt. And I have a son who works a very dirty job. So most of this is from Travis and his job. But otherwise, other than that little bit of discoloration there, it's not bad. There's not a whole lot of like soap scum or anything like that. I'm going to take the shower curtain down, put up a fresh shower curtain. There's some empty shampoo bottles, and I'm going to clean off all of the shelves, and then I'm going to scrub this floor. I've got some of these scrubbing bubbles. I've never been thoroughly impressed with this, but I think it's about the best you can get. And then I'm going to get like a scrubby thing and scrub that, because I want it to get it white. Scott had it so it was completely white. So yeah, I want to get that scrubbed. But let's first work on the walls and these shelves, and I'll deal with the flooring later. done. Wasn't able to do as good a job as Scott did. He has a lot more upper body strength than I do, and it did take quite a bit of elbow grease to get that floor cleaned. It's not perfect, but it's better, and if I keep doing this every few weeks, then hopefully it will not. It was really bad when Scott did it because Travis, he works such a dirty job, and that floor was like dark gray, and I had tried scrubbing it and I could not get it clean, and I kind of had just given up on it. And actually I was kicking around the idea of just getting a brand new shower insert because I thought it was permanently stained, but Scott was able to get it clean, and now I'm trying my best to keep it that way. But as you can see, kind of like around the edges, it's still a little bit dark, but it's good enough. It is good enough. All right, I'm gonna go get some lunch, and then we'll do something in the kitchen. Olivia's vacuuming, but because I had that big old turbo fan going is because Mr. Bobo was outside. He was in here last night as usual, and he went out this morning as usual, and usually he just spends the day outside, but today he was on the porch on the deck, and when I opened the door he's like, "Let me in." He came in and he was panting really bad, so I got him some fresh water and got the fan blowing in there so it can suck cool air in there to him. I think it's worked because he's much more relaxed and not overheated anymore. I don't know if you can see there on his little tail, that's that spot that we've been treating. It looks so much better than it was. But anyway, so I'm going to explain a little bit what I want to do. Excuse the kitchen, it's a disaster as usual. I got to get all these clean dishes put away. But up here in this cabinet, I don't think this is a very good use of this space. Do you think maybe I have a little bit of a problem with tea? These are all different kinds of tea. Now that whole shelf there is like medicinal teas, which I don't drink very often. It's for like sore throats and stomach aches and colds and things like that. But the rest of these teas I do drink quite often. But it's disorganized, it's taking up a lot of space, and my idea is I'm going to pull all that tea out of there, try to organize it in a different way, and open up this cabinet so that I can put more of the stuff that sits out on my counters all the time up in that cabinet. Because I am so tired of this clutter, and it doesn't seem to matter how often I clean, especially this island off. Within 5 minutes it's back to the same way. And a lot of it's because I don't have anywhere to put this stuff. So it winds up on the countertop. So I'm going to go through all these teas. I'm going to throw out the ones I don't like, because unfortunately when you buy a box of tea and because you want to try it, there's usually like 28 to 30 tea bags in it. And if there's a tea and you buy it and you taste it and you just don't like it at all, like, what do you do with it? You can't really donate it. So a lot of this stuff up here, well, I wouldn't say a lot. Some of this stuff up here is tea that I just don't like. So I'm not sure. I'm not putting it back in my stash. It's gonna kill me to just throw it away. I guess maybe I'll see if some people at church might want it. I could do that. Take it to the church and just leave it there, and whoever wants to take it home, yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I'll do. I'll give it away instead of throwing it away. But anyway, the first thing I need to do is get all these clean dishes put away so that I have someplace to pull that stuff down out and put it here, and then go from there. this is everything that was off on that top shelf. Most of it is the medicinal ones and some herbal, like caffeine-free ones. And I've got these 3 totes. I'm going to do one for medicinal teas, one for caffeinated teas, and one for decaf teas. And I'm going to combine some boxes together, even if they're a different brand, if they're like similar in flavor or whatever, to just decrease the amount that's in each tote. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these teas. And I guess that's all I have to say at this point. Let's just go ahead and get into this. After I get all of these sorted, I'll get everything off the bottom shelf over there. wasn't sure if I was going to need this fourth tub or not, but I do because all the others are full. And so in these, I'm going to put like my big bulk boxes of tea. Like I've got oolong, I've got green tea, I've got white tea, I've got black tea, I've got this ginseng tea. Not the greatest, but it's like a medicinal tea, but I don't have room for it in my medicinal tote. I may not have room for all these in this tote either. Oh, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the Irish breakfast in with the organic black. Save some space. I think Irish breakfast is my favorite black tea, non-flavored black tea. So there we got a little bit more room. And then I've got this tea, which is my absolute favorite. I love this tea so much. It's almost all gone. I'm gonna see if I can find it on Amazon and order some more because I really love it. So I think I'm just gonna leave this sitting out by my tea kettle, and because there's only a few tea bags left in there, and I can just use it up because I don't think it's gonna fit in here. It is not. And then I think that's all of the bulk tea. I do have some loose leaf tea. I don't usually drink loose leaf, but I've got these little tea things. And I do like all of this tea, so I don't want to get rid of it. I'll just stick my loose tea in here as well. There. Now I'll show you where, I'll put these totes away and I'll show you where I'm putting them. So down here is where I have my teas. I have the bulk teas in here. I was able to fit that ginseng on top. These are my medicinal teas. These are my herbal teas. And then these are my black teas. Got that, and then I didn't have a whole lot of stuff in those totes. I don't know why this one's not closing all the way. But anyway, I didn't have a whole lot in those totes, but what I did have in there, I'm going to try to fit up in that cabinet and then fit up a bunch of this other stuff that's just all over the place up in that cabinet, and try to get this counter cleaned off as much as possible. Let me show you. This was some of the stuff that was in that tote. These are the teas that I'm, wait a second. No, I don't want to get rid of that tea. It's got stuck over here. My Christmas teas. All right, I gotta put those in my tote. These are the empty boxes that I'm gonna throw away. And then these are the teas I'm gonna take and donate to the church. They're just teas I don't ever drink. This I don't like. I tried to like it, I don't like it. I had 2 of these, exactly the same. I don't need that much of that, so I'm going to donate one of those. And then this tea I didn't really care for. And then these teas, I like them, but they have an ingredient in them that my body doesn't like. It is chicory root. I didn't think to look at the ingredients when I bought this, and then when I got home and I read the ingredients, and it's the second ingredient, roasted chicory. Chicory tears me up, and that's the same with this. It's got chicory root. So I always didn't know I had to watch for that in tea until I got these and saw the chicory root on there. I'm like, ah. Okay, so that's another ingredient I gotta watch for. Yeah, chicory root, it tears me up. I cannot drink or eat anything that has chicory root in it. All right, I am sweating like a pig. Pigs don't sweat. I'm sweating like a horse. So I'm gonna sit down for a minute, get cooled off. I think before I tackle putting, well, maybe I will start putting stuff back in there. Libby and I are gonna go pretty soon and get our ice cream treat, but I do want to get things put back in here. Now, the one issue I do have is I did not realize I had so much of this iced tea, and that I think is going to have to go back up here, because maybe over on that section, because there's just no room in those totes for them. And I think we'll eat through these pretty quick. Drink through. And then this is stuff that is Olivia's drinks that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. And then there was a random thing of honey up there that's got to go somewhere else. So maybe I will try to get some of this organized before we go. Because, yeah, I don't want to wait till Scott gets home from work and all of that to get started on this. So I think what I'll do is I will put my iced tea boxes up here. Kind of put them in categories: unsweetened, berry, sweetened with lemon, more berry, citrus sunshine. That's really good. Sweetened and sweetened with lemon. So there we got that. I think I'll put the citrus there so that it doesn't take up so much space. So there, we got that. Now let's see what else I can get in this cabinet before we go get ice cream. Back home, and this is how I get my cone because I have to drive and it's really getting very melted. But this is the cookie dough chip dairy-free ice cream. I licked on it a little bit in the car. It's pretty good. Not my favorite. My favorite still is the fudge chunk that they have. And Travis is home early, and had I known he was going to be home early, I would have gotten him some ice cream too, but oh well, didn't know. So I'm going to finish this, I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to get finished with this job here in the kitchen. My assessment on the cookie dough chip ice cream. This is the dairy-free ice cream by the company Hershey's Company. It is okay. Was it worth all the carbs? No. It was like raw cookie dough chunks with chocolate chunks, and the ice cream itself was supposed to taste like cookie dough. At least that's what the little description said. But I detected like a maple flavor in the ice cream, which wasn't horrible. It's not my favorite. I could tolerate that. The chocolate chunks were delicious, of course, because it's chocolate, but I didn't like the cookie dough. In fact, I spit them out and threw them away because I'm like, I'm not going to force myself to eat all these carbs of this cookie dough stuff that I don't even like. So at least we tried it. Olivia was really, really wanting to try it. She loves cookie dough stuff. But yeah, not my favorite. So I won't be getting any more ice cream there of this flavor. But unfortunately, they only give one selection at a time for the dairy-free ice cream. So, but if they happen to have this cookie dough stuff and the family wants to go get ice cream, I just won't get any because it's not worth the carbs for me to eat it. But that's just my opinion. what I came up with for this cabinet. It's everything that was in those gray totes that I put the tea in, and then I put all the fresh produce in here. I know once summer's over we won't have all this fresh produce, at least not so much of it, so I could, you know, put other things in here. But now this is the way the counter looks. Looks a lot less cluttered, and hopefully it can stay this way. But anyway, that's what I got done today, and I feel accomplished. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I actually wasn't planning on ending it today. I was planning on having a 2-day vlog, but I'm already at 34 minutes, and if I do anything of substance tomorrow, this will be an hour-long video. So I really don't want to do that. I like to try to keep my videos between my vlog videos between 30 and 40 minutes, because I know you guys have other things to do than just sit around and watch me on YouTube. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I still didn't get to those refrigerator pickles. I don't know if we ever will this year. I think the cucumbers that I have are not the right kind of cucumbers for pickling, because the skin on them is quite thick, and I've never heard of pickles where you peel the cucumbers. So I was just telling Olivia, I think maybe next year we'll specifically plant pickling cucumbers, a variety that is specifically for pickling, and we'll just not even try to do pickles this year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of a stay in the house, stay cool, get some jobs done that needed to be done, clean with me, organize with me type of video. But that was my day today. That's what I did. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye, friends.